to talk to us. Rushanara Ali joins us from the lobby of the House of Commons. Thank you very much for talking to us. Good morning. Will you be voting for this withdrawal agreement this afternoon?
No, I won't be. I didn't vote for it before and I won't be voting for it now. This is even worse than what we had before because we have no clarity about the future relationship. In fact, it was a blind enough Brexit as it was. Now they're taking the political declaration off the table, so I certainly won't be voting for it.
Do you want to honour the results of the EU referendum?
Well, the issue here is that we sought a compromise with the government. The Prime Minister set red lines that was going to be damaging to the economy. She ruled out being in a customs union and having single market access, two areas that are absolutely critical if we want to protect jobs and people's livelihoods. So based on that situation, given the withdrawal agreement, the deal that she's negotiated, even that transition deal, even though we wanted a transition deal, the problem is it's not going to make the country better off, even as well off as they are. It's going to make them worse off. That's the problem. My constituents won't forgive me if I vote for something that's going to hurt their jobs, their livelihoods. That's why I can't support it.
That is the second part. That is the future bit.
But can you imagine the Conservatives are having a row about who the leader of the party should be? It could be an even more hardline Tory than we've got at the moment. Perish the thought, it could be Boris Johnson or Dominic Raab or even Jacob Rees-Mogg. The idea that we should put the future of our constituents in the country in the hands of hardline Brexiteers like Dominic Raab or Jacob Rees-Mogg is laughable. These people want to crash out. That's going to make life even harder. It's going to damage people's livelihoods. It's going to risk the economy further, put the economy at further risk. I'm not prepared to support something and this sort of walk into the dark and damage the future of my constituents. I'm not going to do that.
In the withdrawal agreement, which you will be voting on today, which is half of the deal, if you like, part of the deal, what is it specifically that you don't like?
Well, the government's own analysis shows the government's own analysis. Let me answer your question. The government's own analysis shows that the withdrawal agreement is going to damage people's jobs, damage the economy. The economy will be 4% smaller. The government's own analysis says that. So the government is asking us to vote for a deal that's going to make the country worse off. I'm not prepared to do that.
Okay. What will happen?
Well, I hope that it gets voted down. I mean, this is yet another attempt by the government to ram a deal through that is not accepted, has been rejected twice, is going to damage people's interests. What I want to see is a compromise. I want cross-party working. That's what Theresa May should have done right from the beginning. She failed to do that, so Parliament has had to seize control of 2 days. We've got another day coming up on Monday to try and get a compromise across party. That's what the country needs. That's what the country desperately wants. The executive, the government, has failed to do that. Now it's on us as members of Parliament to work across party to get that deal because our constituents desperately need us to protect their interests when the government and Theresa May have failed to do that. They're busy infighting. They're busy plotting for who the next leader of the Conservative Party and the next Prime Minister will be. That's going to create more uncertainty for our future.
But I've got to tell you,
that is not acceptable for our constituents.
We've got some British voters here in the studio, not too far from where you are, who are business people, and they are saying that the uncertainty, which has been going on for so long now, has led to one woman having to close her business altogether, and other people worried about how they're going to be able to continue to run their businesses because the uncertainty goes on and on and on, and you must also take responsibility for that.
I do take responsibility for making sure that my constituents are not going to be worse off than under the current arrangements we have with the European Union. I heard the testimony of the business. That's right, and that's on the Prime Minister to provide certainty, on the government to provide certainty, on the government to compromise, to reach out across the House. She's failed to do that. The Prime Minister has constantly resorted to just turning to the European Research Group, the hardline Brexiteers who want us to crash out. That's going to make it worse for businesses. I heard the testimonies of two of the people who spoke earlier on your programme, and what they're saying is that the customs union is critical because goods are not just made in this country. To produce wedding dresses, as I heard one of the people talk about, you need goods from other countries. We are interdependent as a nation in our trade. That's why we need access to the customs union and the single market. That's what would give our constituents around, and in my constituency and around the country, certainty.
Thank you very much. Thank you for talking to us.